I love starting businesses. It's one of the most amazing things in the world. It can literally change someone's life, and that is just so magical to me. I've seen it happen multiple times, and that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to change someone's life. And it doesn't matter what business you have. The steps are the same. If you're selling a service like she is, that's great. If you're consulting or making a product, all of the steps are the same. My name is Tyler Moore, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to start a business step by step with no steps skipped. I'm going to take a real business from scratch, from nothing, all the way up to getting clients. And getting clients is the hardest part. That's when people actually pay for your product or service. So that's when you know it's actually a good business that is valuable to people. This video started because my friend Angelica wants to quit her job and start out on her own as a personal trainer. Now, you don't need to be a personal trainer in order to get a lot of value out of this video because the process is the same. The steps are the same. It doesn't matter if you're selling products or services or you're doing consulting. It's going to be the same sort of process. So we're going to apply the process to her business, try to get her clients, and try to fundamentally change her life. She isn't going to go to a job anymore. She's going to grow as a person and grow her business, but I know she's up for it. She's amazing. The goal of the business is to make $100,000 a year, and I think Angelica really deserves it. She's so passionate about helping people. And I want you to follow along with all the steps. I want you to follow the steps and create your own business. It's not that risky. It doesn't cost that much money, and I want to show you that. So let's see how we can do it. So here's our to-do. The first thing that we're going to do is research things. We're going to research on Google, Yelp. We're going to research other people's websites. We're going to ask for help. Maybe people will help us. I don't know. And we're also going to ask Angelica. Angelica is already a personal trainer, but she works for a business. She wants to quit her job and start her own business, but she still has a lot of information on her clients and things like that. The next thing that we're going to do is create things. We're going to create her website. We're going to create a logo. Maybe we'll do a video of her. Maybe we'll make pictures. And I really feel like this is the foundation of her success, having a website, having a logo, having some high quality pictures. That's very important to her business. It may not be very important to yours, but probably having a website and a logo is at least pretty important to your business. The next thing that we're going to do is advertise. We're going to try to get clients. So we're going to send out some flyers and send out some Facebook ads. And we are going to see what works. All right, so let's get started with research. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to Google, and I'm just going to type in Manhattan Beach personal trainer. I just want to see what's out there and who her competition is. So if we take a look at the top 3 results that are not ads, we can see that they all point to Yelp. So Yelp is probably the best place to check out our competition. So let's go ahead and check them out. So here we have it. All of the personal trainers in one spot, all on Yelp. So is that a good idea for your business to be where everyone else is? And most people would say yes, but I would say no. You don't want to be doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. In my favorite business book, Understanding Michael Porter, he says you have to do different activities from businesses to get different results. So in order to get ahead, you have to do something unique. If we put Angelica up here on Yelp, how are we going to be number 1? These guys have 15 reviews or 44 reviews or 41 reviews, all 5 stars. There's no way that we can compete with that right now. I don't know about you, but I only like to play games that I can win or at least have the potential of winning. And this is something that I know that I can't win. And even if I did win at this, let's say we got her a whole bunch of reviews and put her on here, we're really putting the power in the customer's hands, because what are they doing? They're going through all of these profiles and they're checking you. They're checking how much it costs, what your reviews are, and comparing you with everyone else. And all of this competition is just going to drive down the price and make her product a commodity. It's going to make her something that isn't valuable and not valued because there's so many people offering it. So the answer to the question, do you want to do what everyone else does? And that is no, because you'll get the same crappy results as everyone else. So you want to do something different so your results can be different. And so you're not competing with all of these people. But that doesn't mean that we can't learn from these people. We can learn so much by just looking at the comments on Yelp. Let's take this for example. It says, she is extremely helpful in keeping me motivated. So motivation is a huge factor, we've just learned, in getting people to want to work out and getting people to want to train with you. Now that may be really obvious, so let's look at another example. This one says, he is very personable. So obviously being personable and motivating people now, we know is really important to people. I have never been bored, so making the workouts fun is really important, and we're starting to get a shape and a feel of how the website should be. It should be motivating, she should be personable, and of course the exercises should be fun. If we scroll down a little bit, we can also see that it's very important for her to be knowledgeable. So it says he is extremely knowledgeable. So obviously you want someone who is knowledgeable, and this all has to reflect in our marketing. So those were just a few examples, but obviously it's so important to read the comments, and you could get so much information on how your website should be and what you should be saying to clients based on comments and testimonials of clients. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and read a lot more comments, but I'm not going to do this live because that would be really boring, but I'm just going to spend an hour researching all of the comments so I can get a feel of how the website should look, what the flyer should say, what the website should say, how it should all feel, and what is most important to people when they're looking for a personal trainer. So after I do that, I'm going to go through about 100 different websites. So these are all from Yelp, and I searched different areas, not just my area, but I also searched New York and also searched Atlanta and also searched Miami for personal trainers, and I wanted to find the very best websites. Now, most of these websites are really bad, but some of them are really good. And we can see what types of pages they have and what types of logos they have, and you can really get a feel for what is good and what is bad. And you also get ideas, so you want your website to be like this instead of that. And that's super helpful because it's making your vision clearer and clearer on how your website should be and what it should look like and what works and what doesn't. When you see a website that works, you'll know it instantly. And when you see a website that's really bad, you'll also know it instantly. So again, most of these websites are really bad, and the competition is very weak. And of course, I want her website to be number one. I want it to be the best personal training website in the entire world, and that's what your aim should be for your business also. So after we do all that, we're actually just going to go to Amazon.com or wherever your favorite bookseller is. You know it's Amazon anyway. So just go to Amazon.com, and I'm going to search for personal trainer books. Because if someone wrote an entire book about your business, then it's probably a really good idea to read it. I mean, we could be missing something so easy and obvious to the author, but not really obvious to us, and it can make our jobs so much easier. So if someone took the time and has the experience to write an entire book, it would be crazy not to read it. And of course, someone has written a book about being a successful personal trainer, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy that book. And I'm just going to read and read it. So I'm all done reading the book, and it's a great book if you're a personal trainer. But if you're not a personal trainer, then you can probably skip the book. But of course, if there's a book that exists on your business, definitely get it. The next thing that we're going to do is email some personal trainers to see if they have any tips for us. My thinking is that maybe some personal trainers will have some good tips and it'll save us tons of time, tips for advertising, tips for, I don't know, anything. If they have some really bad tips, we probably just won't even pay attention to them because that's how I am. So this is what I emailed the personal trainers. I emailed them. I said, "Hi, name," whoever it was, "you did such a great job on your video on your website. I love it. You're the best personal trainer in the field, and I couldn't think of anyone better to email than you. Your business seems to be thriving, so I was wondering if you could give me some advice. My wife's personal trainer in Los Angeles, Angelica, wants to leave the big box gym and start out on her own. I was wondering if you had any written advice for me to help Angelica get new clients and retain old ones. Thanks for your time, Tyler." Now, this is all true. I said here you did such a good job on your video on your website. Maybe they won't have a video, but I wanted to add something personal that I really did like on their website, and we will see the response. So I emailed this already to about 5 different people, and we're just going to wait for the response and see what they say. So yesterday we emailed about 5 different people, and one guy responded, so that's about 20%, which is pretty good. You know, it's a random person that I'm emailing, and it was only one day. He says, "Training in SoCal is really competitive, and there's no foolproof game plan. I just hit the streets, did a lot of free stuff to get my name out there, and once people call, you got to sell yourself because they have called 4 to 5 other trainers as well. So the best advice is to be persistent. She'll burn out nowadays if it's not something she loves because it's that competitive." So we didn't learn anything too productive from that, and I really hope that we can have a better outlook on business than that. And it all comes down to doing something different so we're not competing with everyone else. So let's just move on. But another thing that happened yesterday is my wife sent me an email of the most popular fitness trainers on Instagram. And so I emailed all of them, about 10 people, the same thing. And one of them responded and said if I called back at 5 o'clock in the morning, then he would take my call and talk to me. And this guy is the most famous personal trainer. I'm not going to say who his name is because I don't agree with his advice, but he has trained people that are household names in the United States. You know, every single person will know who the celebrity is that he trains. So he is the most famous, obviously very successful at it, but he had said things that are very discouraging. So let me read you some of the things that he said. I jotted them down. All right, so the first thing that this most famous personal trainer said to me was, you have no idea how many people I know that sit around and sketch their logo or come up with some cute little name and make pens and business cards and hats and shit, and they haven't really flushed it out in terms of a viable business that can generate income. Well, that's pretty much exactly what we want to do. We want to come up with a logo. I think he's missing a step. Obviously, we need to advertise and not just business cards because that doesn't really work. So we want to do all the stuff that he says that we're not going to make pens and hats, but we're going to come up with all the stuff that we need for her business and advertise and see if we can get clients. So him saying that is pretty funny. So the next thing that he said was, so in terms of getting clients and how to get clients quickly, I don't think that exists. Well, that's again exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to do at least. We're going to try to get her clients quickly. The next thing that he said was, she doesn't just step in and go, hi, I'm a trainer, and brrr, she has 7 clients that day. No chance. Well, again, that's pretty much what we want to do. And some other choice quotes that he says was, I bet you anything she's asleep right now, which it was 5 in the morning. And I think she does wake up at 5 in the morning. So I don't think she was asleep, but I would have definitely been asleep. And the last thing he said was, like I said, I will outwork you. It's just a mindset. So all of this wasn't very encouraging, but hopefully we can outthink him and produce for her some amazing results. So even though one of the most famous personal trainers was kind of discouraging, doesn't mean that our ideas still won't work. So we're just going to go ahead and push forward and make it happen. The last bit of research that we need to do before we can begin creating cool things is to ask Angelica who her current clients are. So right now she works at a gym and she attracts a certain type of client. So I met up with Ange and we figured out that her current client is 30 to 60-year-old women who live in Manhattan Beach. And they're not really overweight. Maybe they want to shed a few pounds, but really just to stay in shape. But they're definitely not bodybuilders. They are moms or professionals like doctors and lawyers. And they're almost all from Manhattan Beach. It would be a mistake to target all of Los Angeles because it is just too big. What we want to do is just dominate a small slice of the world and then expand if we need to. But we're not going to need to because that's definitely enough clients for her. So now that I got all of this information, I know who I'm talking to. So it's going to influence the way my flyer looks. It's going to influence the way my website looks. It's going to influence everything. For instance, we're not going to have a really fat man on the front page of our website because that's not going to speak to her audience. And there is something else Angelica told me after we spoke that is really, really important. She quit her job and gave a 2-week notice. Surprise! That was a surprise to me. I thought we would have a little bit more time to work out the details and maybe get her some clients before she quit her job. But sometimes we just need to bounce and get out of there and burn all bridges, and that is what works for us. But that is definitely too risky for me. If I have responsibilities like a family to take care of or kids to take care of, then I'm definitely going to do what's making me money because that just seems like very risky. But sometimes it works. Sometimes that's what you have to do in order for it to succeed. And she believes in it so much. So now we have to make this happen. So let's really get started and let's start doing it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start building her website. Right now, she's not advertising to anyone, but you build a website and you have a potential audience of the entire world. So let's just open up our to-do list and mark off what we have done. We researched Google, we researched Yelp, we looked at different websites, we asked people for help, which wasn't very productive, and we talked to Ange about her demographics. So we are all done with our research. So now we get to start creating things. And the first thing that we're going to create is our website. And we can break down making a website into 3 different parts: getting your domain name, getting hosting, and creating your website. A domain name is the same thing as your website name. Google's domain name is google.com, Facebook's domain name is facebook.com, my domain name is tyler.com. It's the name of your website. Of course, you can have a .net, .org, .info, whatever you want. A domain name costs about $12 per year. Hosting is a computer that's on 24 hours a day that holds all of your website information. So if you have a domain name or a website name but no hosting, if someone goes to your website will come up blank. There needs to be a place to hold all of your files and information, and that's what hosting is. So let's say you have text and images that are supposed to go on your website. All of that is stored with your hosting account. For budget hosting, which I recommend a lot of the times, you can look at my other website tutorials. They recommend budget hosting and HostGator, which is amazing. It's about $10 a month. For premium WordPress hosting, which is what we're going to be getting in this tutorial, it's about $35 a month. I'm going to show you how to get a discount for the first month for $24.50. Or you can pay yearly, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to pay yearly for $245. Now this is a lot more expensive than budget hosting because it adds a lot more features. If you're just starting a business, obviously spend the least amount possible. But if you already have an established business or you really have a lot of faith in the business, then you can go with premium hosting, which is what we're doing. With the premium hosting that we're going to get, the support is really quick. The website speed is amazing. You get built-in security and backups, and it's really geared just towards WordPress. All right, so again, it's $10 a month if you want to go for the budget hosting, or $35 a month for the premium hosting, or $245 per year. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create our WordPress website, and that is free because we are doing all of the work. So we don't need to pay anyone because we're doing it ourselves. And WordPress itself is open source and free. We're using the WordPress.org free open source software and not WordPress.com, the commercial WordPress business. All right, so in total, if you wanted to spend the least amount of money, it's $12 for the domain name and $24.50 to start with premium hosting with the discount. So it ends up being $36.50. And that is really the only expense that you need to have for starting a business, in my opinion. You can do everything else for free. I'm going to be spending a little bit more in this video, but it is possible just to only spend this amount and have an entire business started. All right, but my actual cost, because I'm going to pay for a year of hosting for Ange, is $12 plus $245, which is $257. All right, so let's get started with number one, which is getting our domain name. A domain name is the same thing as your website name. So you tell someone, go to my website, it's Tyler.com, it's Google.com, it's Facebook.com, it's whatever. That's your domain name. The most popular place to get a domain name is GoDaddy.com. It's GoDaddy.com, and just press enter. And here we have it. So I'm going to type AngelicaVentrice.com and click search domain. Now our domain name is available, but a lot of the time your domain name isn't available. So you need to be creative, or maybe not use the .com. You can use a .org, .net, .info, .ninja, whatever you want practically. There are lots of domain extensions available, but we're just going to go with the .com, and we're going to press continue to cart. All right, here we can do privacy protection if we want. What privacy protection is that it hides all of your contact information. So if someone has your domain name, they can look up your domain name and they can see who it belongs to, your email address, your phone number, and your name. And usually I don't care about that because I trust people, but since I'm making a tutorial online that hopefully will go out to millions of people, I want to turn privacy protection on for Ange. And so we're going to pay the extra $7.99 per year. Now, if we scroll down, it says it includes GoCentral website for free. I think that's a bunch of crap, so we are going to unmark that. We do not need that. And it's going to say, do we want to create an email address to match the domain name? And no, we do not. If we're going to use an email service, I recommend using Google and not GoDaddy. All right, then we can press continue with these options. And it's going to say, hey, do you want to do it for 5 years at a time? And that seems like a good idea, but it's not. And that's because why pay 5 years at a time when you can pay 1 year at a time? You always have the first right to renew, so no one can steal that domain name from you, especially if you press auto renew. All right, so we see that the domain name is $11.99 per year and $7.99 to keep her information private. And so the total is $20.16, which is actually amazing for what you're getting. All right, but I'm going to round it up for charity, and we'll send this one to Hope for Haiti. and we are going to proceed to check out. Now I already have an account, so I'm just going to press sign in. Then I'm going to press place your order. All right, I'm done. We are the proud owners of AngelicaVentrice.com, or if you're following this step by step, which I hope you are, you're the proud owner of whatever your domain name is. Congratulations, that is awesome. Now that we have our domain name, the next thing that we need to do is get hosting. Hosting is a computer that's on 24 hours a day that holds all of your website information. If you have a domain name, that's great, but if you go to it, it will show up blank. But if you have a domain name in hosting, where hosting holds all of your information, if you go to your website, it will show all of the content. So hosting is what holds all of your content, like the images, the logos, all of the text, everything that you see on it is what hosting does. Now there are thousands and thousands of different hosts, and Angelica told me that she wanted the best of the best hosts, even if it cost a little bit more. So I knew exactly where to go, and that is WPEngine.com. That's WPEngine.com. And WP Engine is amazing because they specialize just in WordPress. So if that's how you're building your website, which I recommend is how you should do it, then definitely use WP Engine if you want premium WordPress hosting. And there are 4 different options here. We have the custom, which is for gigantic businesses, scale, growth, and startup. We're definitely in the startup category because the startup category is offering one site, which we have 25,000 visitors a month, 50 gigabytes bandwidth, which is totally enough. CDN and SSL. What CDN is a content delivery network, so they have computers all around the world that will load your content and deliver it faster to the customer. So if the customer is in Texas, maybe they have a computer there that's really close to Texas that delivers it faster. And if the customer is in New York, then they have a computer in New York that delivers it really quickly. And if the customer is in Los Angeles, then they have a computer there that delivers your website really quickly to the customer. SSL is website security, so it's already included in there, which usually cost money. They do migrations for free, so if you're transferring from one host to another host, they'll do that for free, and you get a whole lot more. And if you run into any problems, you can chat with them. All right, so we're going to go with the startup plan, and we're going to click Get Started. And so here we have the plan. We can do monthly at $35 a month, or we can do annually at $350 and get 2 months free. And we can also put in my code, which is SAVECODE, that's SAVECODE, that gives you an additional discount. And WP Engine told me that this is the biggest code that you can possibly get, and that brings it down to $245 for the entire year. That discount also works on the monthly, but you only get it for that month. And I do get credit for this code, so I really appreciate if you put it in and give me credit. This helps me do things like create this entire tutorial for free. All right, we don't need any of this content performance, geotargeting, or WordPress multi-site. That doesn't apply to us at all, and we can always add it on later. So we're just going to skip all of that, enter in all of our billing information, and click Create My Site. All right, once we do that, they're going to email you, and you can accept the invitation, and they're going to ask you to set your password, and you are in. They're also going to send you another email showing that your website is up. So they're going to tell you your temporary site URL and your WordPress login, and we can go to the temporary site URL. And we can see that our site exists. There's no content on it really, and it's not linked up with our domain name. So that's what we're going to need to do, is link it up to our domain name, and that's what we're going to do next. And this is so that we don't have this weird angv.wpengine.com. It's just the regular AngelicaVentrice.com. And we need to link up our domain name because we bought our domain name on GoDaddy, but we have hosting on WP Engine. So we need to somehow link them together. The next thing that we need to do is point our domain name to our hosting. What this means is that GoDaddy doesn't know we're hosting with WP Engine. So we have to tell them that our host is WP Engine. And this is probably the hardest part in the entire tutorial, and it's super easy. If for some reason you get stuck, WP Engine has live chat support, and they will help you within a few minutes, so no worries about that. So the first thing that we need to do is click on this AngV installation. WP Engine makes this automatically for you, and this is where your website lives. Next, click on Domains, and where it says CNAME record, just highlight it and copy it. Then open up a new tab and go to GoDaddy.com. Log into your account and click Visit My Account, and find the domain name and click on DNS. Next, where it says CNAME and www, we're going to click on the edit pencil, and we're going to change the @ to angv.wpengine.com, so just paste it in there. And what this will do, if someone types in www.angelicaventris.com, then it's going to actually redirect you to angv.wpengine.com, and that's where her website actually lives. And for TTL, 1 hour is fine, and we're going to press Save Changes. All right, now that our changes are saved, what happens if someone just goes to angelicaventris.com without the www? Well, then the website won't redirect to angv.wpengine.com, and our website's not going to show up. So in order to fix this, scroll down and under forwarding, click Add. And where it says forward to http://, just put in www.yourdomainname.com. So now when anyone goes to yourdomainname.com without the www, it's going to forward to the www, and that is going to forward to the angv.wpengine.com or whatever you have set it up to. So I hope that's not too confusing, but again, live chat is there to help you if you run into any problems. All right, next click Update My Name Server and DNS, and click on Save. And now we can go back to WP Engine, and under Domains again, let's click Add Domain, because now we need to tell WP Engine what her domain name is, or what your domain name is. So just click on Add Domain, and we're going to add in www.yourdomain.com, or whatever it is, and click Add Domain. Then we're going to click Set as Primary, because we want this to be our primary domain name. And for the angv.wpengine.com, we're going to add a redirect, and we want it to redirect to www.angelicaventris.com or whatever your domain name is. Then click Save Changes, and now let's add another domain, and let's add the non-www.angelicaventris.com. So we'll just type in angelicaventris.com or whatever your domain name is, and click Add. All right, and for the non-www, we're just going to add a redirect, and we're going to redirect it to the www. And this is just for a safe measure. It should work anyways, but we just want to make sure. All right, everything looks good. We can exit out of this right here, and we can refresh this. And don't worry if it says failed here, it will update soon. And now if we go to angelicaventris.com, it will forward to www.angelicaventris.com, but the website still won't work. Now, why is that? And that's because WordPress was already installed on angv.wpengine.com, but now WordPress doesn't know that her real website name is www.angelicaventris.com. So all we have to do is update WordPress to let them know that it's changed. But how do we update WordPress if we can't log into WordPress? And again, I just want to do this all myself because I know how to, but if you don't, WP Engine will do it for you in a matter of minutes. So again, how do we let WordPress know to update our domain name? Well, we have to log into the WordPress database and change it directly in the database. So WordPress holds all of your website content and information in a database, and to access it, just go to phpMyAdmin, and it'll open up right here. You don't want to click on the snapshot, you want to click on WP _ whatever your name is. So just click on that, then go to WP Options, and where it says Site URL, click on Edit. And we can see here that it's the old angv.wpengine.com. So just click on Edit, and we need to add in http:// www.angelicaventris.com. Make sure you have the HTTP in there. It's very important, and your website won't work right without it. All right, scroll down a little bit and press Go. And the second thing that we need to edit is the home. So just click on Edit and do the same thing. Add in http:// www.yourwebsite.com, .net, .org, whatever it is. Press Go. And now we can go back to WP Engine and exit out of there. And we can go to angelicaventris.com. or whatever your domain name is, and it will automatically forward to the www.yourwebsite.com, and you should see your brand new WordPress website. All right, so now we have a blank WordPress website, and a lot of people charge a lot of money just to get you here, but as you can see, it's really easy. And this is a fully working website. It's set up more as a blog, but that's fine. We can click around and it will work. But we want to make the website much better, so let's do that. The first thing that we need to do, obviously, is log in to the back end so that we can change everything. So let's do that. So how do you log in? So you go to yourwebsite.com/wp-admin. That's WP-ADMIN, and press enter. This is how you log in to the back end. And our username is the username that WP Engine sent you in your email, and your password is the one that they sent you in the link that you clicked, and you change your password. So whatever you set that up as, use that. Then press login. And now we're all logged in to the back end of the website and to the dashboard, and now we can start making changes. One of the changes that you can make, of course, is to change your password. So you can go to users, you just change your password, so you probably don't need to, but you can. And then click on your username and scroll down and click generate password, and you can change it right there. Then press update profile. The next thing that I like to do is update WordPress. So it's already all updated, but if you hover over dashboard and go to updates, you just want to make sure that it is all updated before you start making changes. So just do that. What I usually do at this point is recommend that everyone delete a bunch of plugins. Plugins are add-ons that some hosting companies add onto your website, but WP Engine is a really high-end hosting company, so they don't add a whole bunch of unnecessary plugins. They only add this one, which is fine to have. So if you are on a cheaper hosting plan, they probably add a whole bunch of plugins because they get paid to install basically, advertisements on your website. There's no nice way of putting that. But to delete them, you just click on here, and then you go to deactivate it, press apply, and then go press delete and apply. So that is how you delete all unnecessary plugins. And here you can have no plugins here. So we'll just delete this one. And we'll press no thanks. I already backed up because we have nothing really to back up, so it doesn't really matter. And now that is deleted, so that's perfect. The next thing that I like to do is edit permalinks. So if we go to our website and we hover over right here and press visit site, and we scroll down, we can go to Hello World. This is like a blog post. This is just a default blog post they put. And we can see that it's herwebsite.com !P=1. But shouldn't it say, if this is a blog post about Hello World, shouldn't it say hello-world up here? Another example would be a sample page. It wouldn't say angelicaventris.com /8. It would say /about, right? Or /sample page. There's no sample page there, obviously, but I think you get the point. So how do we make our URLs look really nice, look really pretty? So let's see how to do that. You go back into the dashboard, and then you go to settings in permalinks. And our permalinks are set to plain right now, which is, a number, but we want it to be post name. So we're just going to click on post name and save changes. And now we can view our site. And now if we go to Hello World, it goes to herwebsite.com /hello-world, which is a lot better because then it'll be, instead of /1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it'll be /about, /contact, /training, or whatever we set it to. So that is much better. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is change the theme. The theme is the design of the website. So if we go to our website here, we see that this is the design of a website. It has this huge picture right here, and you have to scroll down to look at all of the content, and that is really just not a good idea. You don't want all this space up here wasted. If you go to the best websites in the world, like, let's see, apple.com, we can see that they don't waste any space. They have their toolbar all the way up here. And if we go to Airbnb, we can see the same thing. The toolbar is way up here and they don't waste any space, but this wastes a ton of space, so people have to scroll in order to see your content, and that's really a bad idea. All right, so how do we change the design of our website? So let's go back into the dashboard, and this is where WordPress really shines. And we can go to Appearance and Themes, and there are thousands and thousands of themes to choose from. Right now we have 3, but if we go to Add New, you can search for all of these popular themes. And I have a favorite theme, and it is called Ocean WP. Ocean WP right here, and they may change the thumbnail, what it looks like when you're doing this tutorial, but if it says Ocean WP and it has all these stars, 5 stars, 148 views, and we can go to details and we can install it. So it is correct if it says Ocean WP by Ocean WP. Don't worry about what this looks like. They change it all the time. So then just click install and click activate. Now once we do that, we can visit our site and we can see that it has changed. It doesn't look very good, but it's definitely changed. So this has changed the design of our website, and I really like this theme. You're really going to like it too. It can do a whole lot. It doesn't look like much now, but we're going to transform it into something amazing. All right, one of the next things that I like to do is delete the sample page. If we go into our dashboard and go to pages, we see that there's a sample page right here, and we can view it. And we see the sample page. It's just a sample page, but I like to show people how to delete pages. So just go ahead and click on trash and click on trash again and delete permanently. So now we have no sample page bogging us down. All right, now that we have no pages, we want to add all of our pages. So we're going to add a few different pages to her website. Your pages may be different. Maybe you have a products page or an artwork page or a gallery, a photo gallery. I don't know. But you probably want to add some of these pages at least to your website. So we're going to add a home, if we can spell it right. Home, and we're going to press publish. All right. And we're going to press add new. And we're going to do an about page and press publish and add new. And we're not adding any content, we're just adding all of our pages. Then we're going to do training, publish, add new, and we're going to do our testimonials, publish, add new, and we're going to make a free training session. Publish, add new, and we're going to make a contact page, so that they can contact, publish. All right, so now we have all of our pages, but if we go to our website, we're not going to really see anything right here. But that's okay. We're really going to get to that later. Right now, we are going to change this tagline right here because it says your superpowered WP Engine blog. And when we hover up here, it says Tyler Moore blog, which it is at my website, so I don't want that there. So how do we do that? We can do that by hovering over Customize right here. Then clicking Site Identity. And for a site title, I'm going to put Angelica Ventris because that's her name. And for tagline, this is something that describes your business. So I'm going to put Manhattan Beach Personal Trainer. So you can leave this checked right here. It doesn't really matter. All right, then we're going to press Save and Publish. And we're going to exit out of here. And now when we hover over, it says Angelica Ventris, Manhattan Beach Personal Trainers, and this is really good for the search engines because it's describing her business, what she is, who she is, and people will be able to find her if they type in Manhattan Beach Personal Trainer, hopefully. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is create her logo. So I'm just going to open up this new window and go to logomaker.com. That's logomaker.com with no E. And we can exit out of this video because I'm going to show you how to do it right here. And what we can do is click on the text icon and we can type in some text. I'm just going to type in AV for Angelica Ventris because I think maybe Angelica Ventris is a little bit too long and the AV might look really cool. So I just type that in there and expand it and make it bigger. And I could click on the color and change the color. And now I could click on the fonts and change the font. Maybe I want it handwritten. That looks pretty cool actually. Or scary and dark. I'm not really liking that. That's pretty bad. That sucks. Terrible. Awful. Nope. Definitely not. All right, I guess. No. Nope. Bad. Boring. Childish. Weird. I don't even know what that is. Amateur. Boring. Not creative. Looks like a restaurant. Looks like a kid did it. No. 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 All right, maybe I do need to type out her name. Do that. Make it smaller. And maybe I need a graphic. Type in fitness. Drag that. Terrible. Awful. Horrendous. Amateur. Just plain bad. Definitely not. Maybe the worst. And man, my logo skills are really lacking today. I could open up Photoshop or I could pay logomaker.com itself money to create my logo, but I actually have a friend who is a logo designer, so I'm just going to go to gmail.com and ask him for some help because I desperately need it. But just as a side note, you can choose a fancy font for your logo and that works fine most of the time. I wouldn't spend a lot of money if I was just starting out on a logo. No one's going to use your service or not use your service based on your logo. Just make it some simple basic font and that's fine. It looks professional enough in my opinion. So I'm going to find my friend right here. And you can email him yourself if you need a logo or anything. So I wrote an email, and in the email I attached him some images of advertisements that I really like and the look and feel of what the logo should be. Of course, I wanted to look and be as iconic as Nike, and these were some images I liked, so I just sent them to him. I also drew him out a few of my logo ideas, but here's what I said in my email. I said, hey Colin, can you make me a logo? Here's some inspiration and a logo idea. Sometimes it's hard just to start out and I thought of this idea, so I wanted to send it to you. Then I said, don't be jealous of my great drawing skills. I'm awesome at everything. And so here are my great drawing skills. The top left one is an A and a V reflected on each other. The next one, which I really like, is an A and a V next to each other. Pretty cool. And so on. Now I know these are actually terrible, but I just wanted to sketch out some things and my drawing skills are just awful. But it just goes to show you that you don't need excellent drawing skills to make a business or think of a logo concept. You just hand them whatever you have and hopefully they produce you something great. So after that, he emails me back in a few hours. He says, no way, these are awesome. And I think he's being sarcastic. So we're just going to let that slide and wait until he sends us some awesome logos. All right, so it's been a couple of days and he emails me this logo concepts PDF. So we're just going to open it and we are going to see what it is. And there's that first idea. It's the reflection with the A and the V. That is pretty cool. I really like that. Let's keep on going. We see the next one. That's a sort of play off the same idea. Ooh, I like this one. This one's kind of like a pyramid or a mountain or something, kind of fitnessy. Pretty cool. All right, these are all looking pretty cool. I like that one. Those are pretty cool too. And there it is. That is the one. That's it. I know that that's it. That is perfect. I love that one. That is so cool. It looks like very sporty to me and fast and fun. All right, so I'm just going to tell him that this is definitely the one. No need to send me more and more concepts. I'm positive this is the one. And just to send it to me in a format, a PNG format, so that I'm able to upload it to my website. And you want to get your logo in a PNG format because then it allows you to have a transparent background. So without it being PNG, you'll see a white in the background. But if it is a PNG, then it'll take on any background color that you have in your header. And he gave it to me in black and white, so I can use it either way, which is really cool. Sometimes we'll use the black logo if there's a white background, and sometimes we'll use a light logo if it is a dark background. All right, now that we've got the logo done, we are going to change the navigation up here. So we're going to add in the logo. We're going to add in some navigation, just like if we go to apple.com, we can see that the logo's up here and all of the links are up here. We're going to do the same type of thing. So to do that, we need to add a menu. So just go to Customize and go to Menus and add a new menu. We're just going to call this main because it's our main menu, and we're going to press create menu. Now where does it go? It goes in the main area, and now we're going to add items. So we're going to add our pages to it. So we're going to add in our page that we named called home, not this page. This is a custom link. So we're going to add the home, about, training, testimonials, free training session, and contact. So we're going to add in all of those pages. And if you want, you could click and hold and rearrange the order. Or if you want to add sub navigation, you could click hold and this will be sub navigation under the home. All right, but we don't want any of that. So we're just going to keep it like this. We're going to press save and publish, and we're going to exit out of here. And we're going to see what it looks like. So now we have all of our pages up here. We can click on them and it goes to the about, training, testimonials, free training sessions, contact. It all works perfectly. We can click on her name and it goes back to her website. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add her logo up here. So instead of having her name up here, we're going to have her logo up here, but you're probably not going to be able to see it because her logo is white and the background page is also white, but we're still going to add it. So let's do it. So we go to Customize, and then we go to Header, and we go to Logo. So we're going to select our logo and select Files, and it's on our desktop, and we're going to press Open, and we're going to select. Then it's going to ask us if we want to crop it. We're going to say skip cropping because we don't want to crop it. And it will put in our logo right here. And as we can see, we can't see it. But it is here. If we click and hold, we can kind of highlight it and sort of see it. But for max width, I'm going to make it 59, let's say. So that looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look like anything right now. And the screen is so small, it's gone onto the mobile menu. But if we press save and publish and exit out of there, it is in here, but you know, we can't see it, but that's fine. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to get rid of this top bar right here. We can barely see it, but it is there. We don't want this. We just want it to be very clean. So to do that, click on Customize. It then scroll down and click top bar and click general and enable top bar. Uncheck that. That'll make this go away right here. Press save and publish. You can exit out of there. All right, and now that's gone and this is looking much better. Next, we're going to change this so that it is transparent. It looks transparent right now, but if we put a picture in the background, the picture will only be right here. So we want the picture to actually go behind the menu. And so that's what transparent does. So we're going to click on Customize. And then we're going to click on Header. And we're going to click General. So we can change the style to minimal or transparent, which is what we're going to use. And transparent will make it see-through. Or we could change it to center. That doesn't look good for some reason. We could change it to full screen, which will make this little mobile thing right here, which is kind of cool. But we want to set it as transparent. And we're going to mess with the height a little bit. We want it to be 80 so we can see that a little bit now. And we don't want a header border bottom. You see a faint little line right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very faint. You can uncheck that. All right, now we're going to change the background color to black. And the border bottom color can be anything because it's not showing up. We have disabled it. All right, once we have done with that, we can just head back. And let's go ahead and click on menu. So now we're going to change the menu colors and things like that. So for the link color, I'm actually going to make it white. So just click on it, drag white. FFFF is white. That's the color. That's a hex code for white. And now it's really hard to see. But when we hover over it, you can see this blue looking color. It's not just blue looking, it is blue. Click select color and we can change that to a different color. We're actually going to change that to 01 DDCD, which will give us a nice little aqua color. So now when we hover over it, it'll turn that color, which is really cool. Link color current menu item. So when we're on like the home page, what color do we want the links to be? So let's also make the same color as this. Copy that. Paste that. All right, so now when we're on a page, it will be that color. So it'll be highlighted that color when we're on that page, which is pretty cool. And we don't really need to mess with anything else except for this search icon, which you can barely see. Sorry, but we are going to disable that search icon also. So search icon, disable. All right, and we are all done with that. So that is looking pretty good. I mean, you can barely see it, but it will look pretty good in just a second. So we can save and publish that. And we can exit out of there. All right, now that we've done that, we've fixed up our navigation. We need to gather the tools in order to build our page. Building your page is really easy. Let me show you the old way of building a page. Let me just click on this about and we can edit page. And this is the old way of doing it. And you can add media, you can insert images, you can bold things, you can quote things, you can link things. It's pretty good. And if we press update and view our page, we see that we have some content right here, but it's not great. It's not like a visual way of building a page. It's not very modern. There are better ways of doing it, and the better way of doing it is to install something called a plugin. And a plugin extends the functionality of WordPress. It's again why WordPress is the best. Thousands of people make plugins for WordPress, and some of the plugins are like contact forms or photo galleries. This plugin helps you build pages. So we're going to click on plugins. We're going to click add new. This is the best page builder there is, and it's called Elementor. E-L-E-M-E-N-T-O-R. Elementor, 300,000 active installs, 5 out of 5 stars. We're just going to install now. And we're going to press activate. All right, now we have Elementor installed, so this is going to help us build our page visually. All right, now that that's installed, we can change the fonts on our website. So you can choose from hundreds and hundreds of different fonts, and we're not going to see them much here because we don't have much text here, but we can go ahead and click on Customize, then click on Typography, then click Main Menu. And for font family, we can use all of these. So you can use a whole bunch. If we change it, we can see that it will change. And see, it changes. But we're going to use one called Roboto. So that's a very cool font, Roboto. And we're going to change the font size to 14. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. And we are going to text transform it. We're going to make them all uppercase. So now we can see that it is all uppercase, and we're going to press save and publish, and we're going to exit out of here. And we can see that they all became uppercase and they look really good. All right, we can also go to customize and go to typography again and go to body. And for font family, we can change this again. We can make it anything crazy, and all of this will change. And you can do a lot of crazy fonts, but again, we're just going to stick to Roboto. So that's the one I like. And to look at any of these fonts, you can go to google.com/fonts, and you can look at them and preview them and see what they're like. And you can see the most popular or featured ones. And it looks pretty cool. So you can, just only do handwriting ones if you want. And these should all be available from the font chooser, basically. All right, so we're going to exit out of there. We're going to save and publish. So now we have the fonts done for our main website, but we don't have the fonts done for Elementor itself. So we're just going to click on like an about page, and you can click on edit page, and you'll see this edit with Elementor. So we're going to click on edit with Elementor, and you can click on this up here, and you can choose default colors, default fonts. We're just going to choose default fonts. Primary headline, it's already Roboto, secondary Roboto. So that would be how to change your fonts inside your web page, inside Elementor itself. So just make sure to change that to match up with your entire website fonts, and it should work great. All right, so we're going to exit out of there, view our page. And now that we have everything pretty much set up, we can go back to the home page and we can actually go and get some images, take some images. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some pictures right now. If you don't feel like taking pictures, you can go to a website like unsplash.com, and they have free 100% copyright free images that look really amazing. So you can take any of these, download them, and put them on your website. But I do recommend eventually taking your own pictures because it adds that sort of personal touch. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go out and take some pictures. So I sit down and talk with Ange, and we decide we not only want pictures, but we also want a video on the front of her website. And we want to do this because the rest of her competition doesn't have that. So we want to be different from them. We want to be separate. We want to stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to upwork.com. That's upwork.com, and I'm going to look for a videographer in Los Angeles. And I found an amazing person. I watched his demo reel, and he's even won an Emmy. And I email him this. I say, hi name, and I'm blanking out his name right here because he does not want to be known for this type of work. He wants to build his career and do different work that doesn't involve advertising personal trainers. So anyways, I say, hi name, I love your blank film. It's really amazing work. My wife has a personal trainer who wants to leave her work and start training people on her own. Anyways, I wanted to create the personal trainer a short minute or so video advertising her services, but make it really cool, like on the beach and in people's houses training them. We only have a 1K budget, but I thought I would ask. I know you're worth more than that. Thanks so much, Tyler. And he responds, hi Tyler, thanks so much for reaching out and for the kind words about my film. I'd love to make a video with you guys. Let's find a time to talk on the phone to discuss your project. And I give him my phone number and we talk and we set a date for Sunday to make the film and take the pictures. But before we take the pictures and videos, we have some work to do. So we all work on a script for her together, and we rewrite it a few times and write it a couple more times until we all like it and we think it's perfect. Now in the video and in the pictures, we realize that we need Angelica working out with people. So we're going to have my wife, Angelica's other friend, and we need to hire an actress for one more person to be in the pictures and in the video. So the video cost $1,000, the pictures cost $200, and the actress cost $100. So for $1,300, we get help with the script, pictures, actress, editing, and the filmmaker's friend who is also going to help. Before we can make the video, I also need to scout locations, so I go around town and I take pictures of the locations that we're going to film and take videos of. Basically, I think it's called a shot list, where I get all the different shots that I want and make a list out of it. So what I'm going to do is take pictures on my iPhone and just send them over to my videographer. And I've never done any of this before, so I'm just making all of this up. I'm doing what I think is the right thing to do. I don't know though. And that sometimes is what business is all about. You're doing things that you've never done before, and it's kind of fun, but it's kind of scary, but you just got to do it. And before we know it, Sunday is here. So we do the beginning shots at my house, and the actress comes and we do the inside shots at my house. And we go outside and it is gloomy. I guess you win some and you lose some, but you still gotta keep on going. And we do more outside shots with Angelica, her friend, my wife, and kid. And the whole process takes about 4 or 5 hours. We say our goodbyes, and a few days later, we have the pictures, and they are awesome. And a few days after that, he sends the video, and it also looks pretty cool, but we have a few edits. So we tell him, and a few days later, we get it back, and here it is. It's amazing.
Hi, my name is Angelica Matrice, and I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness nutritionist. When I was in my 20s, I decided to hire a personal trainer. I was never really fit. In fact, I was kind of a chubby kid. I never played any sports. I danced. I maybe did the elliptical, but I definitely was not in shape. Hiring that personal trainer changed my life. I started to see results pretty quickly. I remember working with him and thinking that 3-pound dumbbells were super, super heavy, which is crazy. After working with my personal trainer, I decided to get certified on my own. I felt super passionate about being able to teach other people what I learned myself. I would be working out in my gym in New York, and people would ask me what I did, how I changed, and I really wanted to help them. I felt a deep desire to help transform other people's lives just as I had transformed myself. Your workouts will be tailored specifically to you, your personalities, and your goals to get you the best possible results. You can always expect a new and exciting challenge along the way. We all have different goals and desires for the level of fitness that we'd like to achieve. I can help you if you want to gain muscle, lose weight, or just simply feel better, so you can do the things you want to do and lead the life you like to lead.
It's amazing. So now that we have the pictures and the video, we can continue working on the website. All right, now that our pictures are done and we've taken our pictures, it's time to set up the home page. So how do we do this? Well, right now our page is set up like a blog, so that doesn't look all that great. We want it to be a regular website. So how do we do this? We can click on Customize, and where it says a static front page, click on that, and click a static page. So instead of your latest blog post on the home page, you're going to want to click a static page. And for the front page, we're going to want to make it home because our front page is the home page. So we're going to save and publish that. And now our front page is the home page, but it doesn't look very good. But we're going to change that. So how do we edit this? To do that, just click on Edit Page. Then it says this theme recommends the following plugin, Ocean Extra, and press Begin Installing Plugin. We need this in order to edit our page. So just click Install, and it says plugin activated successfully. So just go back to Pages and click on Home again. Now we can scroll down, and that plugin has made this toolbar available. So for main, we want to, under content layout, we want to do 100% full width. So that's going to get rid of that sidebar. And then for title, under display page title, we want to press disable. So we want to update that, and we want to view our page. Now we can see we have a blank page to work with. So everything is blank, and that is exactly what we want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on Edit Page, and we're going to press Edit with Elementor. And here is where we can add new sections. So if we add a new section, and you can add 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, anything you want. So we're going to add in 1 column, and now you can drag in images or pictures or text. You just click, hold, and drag, and you can just type right here, hello. And to get more elements, you just click here, and we can add in images. Just click, hold, and drag, and choose your image. You can click on it and upload files and select files, and just choose any image that you want. You can add background images, and I have entire tutorials on how to do this. And it'll all make more sense in a second, but what I'm going to do right now is just add in a template. So I have already built the website basically. I've already built the hard parts, and what I want to do is just load up all of the templates right now. So I'm going to exit out of here and view the page, and we see this, it's looking blank, but pretty good. So we'll go back into our dashboard, and we'll scroll down and go to Elementor. and click on My Library. And now we're going to import templates. So just click on Import Templates, and we're going to choose File. And this file is in the description below this video. So you can have all of these templates for free. So I'm just going to press Open and Import Now. And now it's going to import all of the pages to our website so that I'm not wasting your guys' time building the pages. You know, it takes a few hours to build the pages, but if you have templates like this, then it could be much, much quicker. So now I've imported all of the pages. So now when we go back to our website, click on Visit Site and click on Edit with Elementor, or click Edit Page, then click Edit with Elementor. We can go ahead and click on this icon right here and go to Templates Library and go to My Templates and click on Home and press Insert. So now I've inserted this entire home page, and you're going to see double images and weird things, and I'll explain that in just a second, but we're going to press Save, and we are going to exit out of here and view our page, and now this is what it looks like. So that looks really awesome, and we've built it really, really quickly. Now what happens if we want to edit this? Well, it's really easy. We just click Edit with Elementor, and we just click on any of these and we can change it just like this. So it's super easy, and we can change this, and we can change where the play button is. You can add other elements if you want. You can add another button here if you wanted. And you can center it and do all types of things. And this is, I think, an easier way to explain how this works when it's all set up like this. So we're going to exit out of there, and let me explain some more things of how this really works. So this is the desktop version and mobile version. So let's just exit out of here, view our page. So we have this right here, and this is our desktop version, right? But we also have a different version. If we squish this page and it looks like mobile, we'll get the mobile menu, and it will change. So instead of the text going over the picture, it goes under the picture, and so does the button. And this works a lot better on the mobile website. So that is looking really good. And now we can go back to the desktop version, and that is looking really good too. So if we click Edit with Elementor, we're going to see both the mobile version and the desktop version. So we see some of these sections are doubled. So if we click on this right here, and we scroll down on the advanced and click on responsive, it says hide on desktop and show on desktop and show on tablets. So if you're on desktop or tablets, this is going to show, but it's going to hide on mobile. So you're not going to see this version on the mobile. But if you go down here and click on the column settings here and go to advanced, it's going to say hide on desktop and hide on tablet, but show on mobile. So this is going to show on mobile, so is this, and so is this. But this is not going to show on mobile right here. So basically, we have two versions of the website all on one web page. So when you're editing, you're going to see double, but one of them is the mobile version and one of them is the desktop version. And I believe this is the best way to make a website, because your desktop version is not always going to look, great on a phone. So you want it to, you want it to design your website where it looks amazing on a phone and on a desktop. And you really do need two different types of versions or two different sections in order for it to look perfect. When you go to a website sometimes and it's not optimized for the phone and you just can't read things and things are really difficult, well, that's never going to happen on your website. It's going to be professional because you're going to have thought out the desktop version and thought out the mobile version. All right, so now we can exit out of there and view our page, and I'm not going to save it. And that is looking really awesome. But if we click on this play video right here, it's actually going to take us to YouTube, and it's not going to work. And what I mean by it's not going to work is what I really want to happen is when I click this play video, I want it to pop up. And I want it to look really cool and be right here. So what we need is a plugin for that to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the dashboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to search for a plugin. So we're going to click on plugin and add new. And we're going to look for one called Fancy Lightbox. And here it is, ARI, Fancy Lightbox, or maybe it's RE, I don't know. Click install now, and it will install, and press activate. So now we have it activated, and we're going to scroll down and we're going to say convert YouTube links. We're going to check that. And we're going to say save changes. All right, and now there's all these options right here. And we can change them. We can, if we want, we can go to style. We can, change what the background overlay looks like and everything, but we don't need to do that. So now we're going to visit site and we're going to press play video. And now we can see that it pops up and it auto plays and it looks really cool.
To hire a personal trainer was not I remember working
and we can just click off of it or do full screen or whatever we want, and that is really cool. So that is the RE Lightbox, RE Fancy Lightbox, and that is really awesome. The next thing that we're going to do is create our About page. So just click on About. And remember, we have to get rid of this title and this sidebar right here. So we're going to press Edit Page. And we are going to, under Main, we're going to do 100% full width, and under title we're going to press disable. So we're going to update that, and if you don't do that, then you're going to see bars on the side of your website, and you don't want that. Then we're going to click view page, and then we're going to press edit with Elementor, and I have some text right here. I'm just going to exit out of there, and I'm going to click on this folder right here, go to templates library, and go to My Templates and click About and insert it into the website. And now I have designed this. And again, this is doubled up because this is showing on the mobile version. And basically what I did here was I added 2 different columns. So what I did was add new section, add 2 different columns, one to the left side, one to the right side. And I added a picture on the right and just titles and headlines, and if you click here, you can add a text editor, and the text editor comes with a drop cap. So I put drop cap on, and that's why I get this nice A right here. So that's awesome. But we don't need this section, so we're just going to save this and exit out of there and view our page. And now we have a really cool About page. So that looks awesome, and it works well mobilely and everything like that. But we can see up here that this navigation kind of gets lost because this is white and so is the background. So how do we change that? And we can do that by pressing Edit Page. So we go down here and under Header, just click on Header. Instead of Header Style, instead of Default, we want to do Minimal. So let's do Minimal. And press Update, and that will make it, instead of transparent, that'll make it our other header, which is the black background, and it's the minimal style. And that looks really awesome. And now our logo and everything doesn't get lost because of that white on white. The next page that we're going to do is our training page. So just click on the training. And again, we're going to Edit Page. And under Main for content layout, we want 100% full width, so it goes all the way across. And under Title, we want to disable Display Page Title. Press Update and view the page. Now we have a beautiful blank canvas, and now we're going to press Edit Page and edit with Elementor. All right, once we do that, we can click on this folder right here and go to Templates Library, go to our templates and go to training and press insert. And now we have this beautiful training page. Very nice. And we have the desktop version and Both of these are the mobile version. Press save, exit out of there, view our page, and we have this nice, beautiful training page. Looks very good. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is our testimonial page. So just click on testimonials, and you're probably getting really good at this. Click on edit page. Make sure to make the 100% full width and the title as disabled, and press update. Now we can view our page, and now we can press edit page, edit with Elementor, and we can click on the folder, templates, library, click on my templates, go to testimonials, and insert. All right, this is all inserted, looking very good. We can press save. And I do want to tell you something about this that is very cool. So the text right here was too light for the background, and it kind of got lost in the image. But Elementor thought of something really, really cool. If you click on this edit section here, and you go to style, and you click on background overlay, you can actually overlay a gradient background. Okay, so under opacity, I'll make it less transparent, and you can see that that's very cool because I can make this side darker and this side lighter in order for the text to show up. And I think that is really, really awesome. So we'll keep it at about 50. But it's really cool, and you can go ahead and change the angle and do all types of really cool things. I kind of like it like 250 maybe. And you can hardly see it unless you're looking for it. You know, we can make it even lighter. But I think that is really awesome, and I did that to a whole bunch of these. I added some background overlays because you couldn't see the text really well. You can see this one now that you're looking for it because the sky was too light in order to see the text, but now you can see it perfectly. And you can see this one too. I added darkness up here, then it gets lighter and lighter, and it looks really cool. So this is the first color. So if we do it on here, we see that this is the first color, and we can of course make that, you know, green or whatever we want. And this is the second color, and you can make that whatever you want. Also, but I made it transparent, so this would be not transparent for the second color. Let's make it green, and this is all the way transparent. So I wanted to go black to transparent, and yeah, it looks really cool. So that is looking awesome. We're going to save that page. We're going to exit out of there, and we're going to continue on. Next is free training session. So we're going to click on that. We're going to edit page, of course. We're going to, under content layout, we're going to make it 100% full width. And under title, we're going to disable it, press update. And then we can just click edit with Elementor right here. And now we can click on that folder and go to templates library and go to my templates and go to free session and press insert. All right, so now we have this form, you know, contact form 7, whatever thing right here. And that doesn't look very great. So how do we actually put in a contact form? Because what I'm trying to do here under this free training session is have them fill out some things, basically just to get their information so that Angie could get to know them and, you know, sell them on her personal training service. But we have this contact form right here, but it's not showing up because we never installed a contact form plugin. So that's what we need to do. We need to install a contact form plugin. So we're just going to exit out of here and view the page. And it looks pretty good, but we don't have this contact form in here. So we need that contact form 7. So how do we do that? We go to the dashboard and we go to plugins. And we press add new. And we're going to look for contact form 7. All right, and we're going to press install now. and we're going to press activate. All right, so now we have the contact form here. So we're just going to click on contact, and we can go ahead and click on it. So let's see what happens if we copy this code right here. We're going to copy this code, and we're going to go back to her website and go to the free training session, and we're going to edit with Elementor. You see it's already popping up there, but we'll edit with Elementor, and we'll go here, and we will paste it in and press apply. All right, so now it's added in this contact form, and we can exit out of there, and we can view the page if we want. But how did I, make it so that it can accept this contact form? Basically, what I did was you click on here, and you go to something called shortcode, and you click, hold, and drag. We'll just drag it over here, and you can, paste in your contact form. So that's the code in order to paste in your contact form. But we're not going to add that. We're going to delete this. That's just how to do it. And now we can see if we save it and view our page, we can see that it has added a regular contact form. But we don't want a regular contact form. We want to ask some specific questions that will help Angelica help the client. So we want to change this around. So if you ever want to change a contact form, this is how to do it. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and go to edit contact form. So your name, that's great. We need that. For your email, I'm just going to copy that or cut it. And then I'm going to go ahead and go down and paste it near the bottom, because I want to ask their email last. But I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add something. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to add some more. I'm going to, instead of saying your message, I'm going to say, do you have any medical conditions or injuries? All right, I think that's a really good thing to know. And for text area, this is the code in order to put it in text area, but I don't want it to be your message. I want it to be your injuries. Okay, so you need this your injuries in order for it to submit to your email properly, and I'll show you in just a second. And text area is a big text box where text is just a one-line box. All right, so I'm going to copy that, and I'm also going to paste it, and I'm going to say, do you have any short or long-term goals? Short or long-term goals. All right, and I'm going to make that your goals. For this one, it's just going to be text, so it's just going to be one line. I'm going to say, how many hours of sleep do you get each night? All right, and I'm going to make that your sleep, your sleep. And then I'm going to copy this, and put, do you smoke? And I'm going to make this you smoke. And the visitor never sees this, obviously. And then I'm going to say your email. Great. And then your phone number. So what I'm going to do here is copy this, your email, and I'm going to say your phone number. I'm just going to say phone number, actually. Phone number. And in order to get the phone number code, you can press this number right here. Not this number. Click on TEL, T-E-L. And the field will be called TEL-phone. All right, and we're not going to require it, and we're going to insert it. All right, so it says TEL-phone. We're just going to copy this and paste it here. And this will make it so that they can't put any other weird things. They can only put, phone numbers. All right, and then it's just submit. But we are not done because what we need to do, we're going to save it though. What we need to do is, how does all of this stuff email us? And why did we add it all here? So we're just going to go to mail. And it's going to email, let's make it email to my main email. And it's going to say from your name. That's fine. So it's going to take this your name from here. Let's say Jerry wants some personal training. And he puts in Jerry as his name on this form right here. So he puts Jerry. Then for mail, you want to say from, it's going to insert Jerry here. And for subject, we don't have a subject anymore. So I'm just going to say for subject, your name contacted you. All right. And then additional headers, your email, that's fine. So for the message, it's going to say from your name, your email. That's great. That's going to insert their name, their email. And it's going to say subject, your name contacted you. All right. So someone contacted you. And then it's going to say basically all of this stuff right here. So for the question, do you have any medical injuries? And then this, you could just take out all of this. All we need is this, your goals. All right. So now it's going to insert all of their answers into here. All right. So we can save this. And now we can refresh this right here, and it should. So your name, Tyler. Do you have any medical conditions or injuries? Nope. Do you have any short or long-term goals? Get skinny. get buff. I cannot spell today. How many hours of sleep do you get at night? 9. Do you smoke? Not. Do you smoke? No. Email, Tyler@tyler.com. Phone number, 310. All right, so now we're going to press send. And it says, thank you for your message. It has been sent. Now let's go to our Gmail. And we have Tyler has contacted you. Do you smoke? Nope. Do you have any long-term goals to get buff? How many hours of sleep do you get at night? 9. Do you smoke? No. Email, Tyler@tyler.com. Phone number. So that is awesome. Now Angelica has their information, and now she can hopefully call them and set up the free session and close the deal. So that is really cool. That is how to set up your contact form. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is create the contact page. So just click on contact. We can exit this out, and we can click on edit page. Alrighty, and we can scroll down, and under content layout, we could do 100% full width. And under title, we can disable and press update. And now we can press edit with Elementor, and we can create this page again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, go to templates library, my templates, contact, insert. All right, that is looking awesome. And press save and exit and view our page. And again, we don't see, we have a couple of problems. No contact form found. That's an issue. And this title up here is blank. So let's do the title first. Let's edit this page. And what we need to do is we need to go to header and make it the minimal header instead of transparent, because we have a white background, and press view our page, and now that's showing up. But now we still have this contact form issue because we haven't created a contact form for this yet. So we can go to our dashboard, go to contact, and let's add a new contact form, add new, and the default form is fine. We're just going to call this contact page, and we are going to press save. And now it's going to give us a code that we just copy, right click, copy, Command C on Mac, Control C on PC. And we'll go to visit site and we'll go to our contact page. We'll click edit with Elementor and we will click on this and we'll just paste that form and it should paste all in there perfectly, which it does. And we press save and we exit out of there and view our page and it should work perfectly. The only thing that we have to make sure of is that the email is actually going to our email. So we go to contact, we go to contact page, that's the one, and we go to mail and make sure this is your real email address. And everything will work fantastic. We fill it out, it'll go to our email just like the other one did. All right, so everything is looking fantastic except for this bottom right here. I mean, it should have her maybe Facebook, maybe a link to her navigation. It should have some more things that are better. So what we need to do is we need to create a footer. So what we do is we go to the dashboard and we scroll down and we go to theme panel and click on my library. And we're going to add new. So we're going to add a new footer because we want this to display on every page, at the bottom of every page. So we're going to say footer, and we are going to, under content layout, we're going to make it 100% full width. And under title, again, we're going to disable it. So same thing as everything else, and we're going to press publish. And we're going to edit with Elementor. So we are going to add from the templates library, my templates, the footer one, press insert. And here I have added two different types of templates. I've added the desktop version and the mobile version. And they look sort of the same, but if we go to the mobile version, click on this, go to mobile, we can see that this one all is centered. So this one goes to the left. This is the desktop version. This one goes to the left, the menu center, and this goes to the right. But everything here is centered on mobile. So that's what we want. Just press save. And that is saved. And we can exit out of there and view our page. It's just a footer. So it's going to look really funky. So that looks funny. But if we go back to our dashboard and go to our theme panels and go to my library, we're going to actually see this footer page here, which is really cool. All right, so if we go to our website, it's not going to show up here. How do we get this to show up here? So what we can do is we can click on customize and we can scroll down and under footer widgets, scroll down, we can enable footer widgets, show on all devices, and then we're going to choose templates. So for the templates, we're going to call it footer, and that looks pretty good, but there's a bunch of padding around it, so let's make no padding. So let's just put a bunch of zeros in here. All right, and there's no padding, so that looks pretty good, but we need to get rid of this copyright 2017 stuff, so we need to go back and go to footer bottom and press enable footer bottom, uncheck that. It will disable it. And we'll press save and publish and we'll see, exit out of here, what this looks like. And that looks pretty good. Let's see what it looks like on the mobile version. Really, really awesome. All right, so we are done creating our website and we can go to training and we can go to testimonials and our free training session and can fill that out. And we can go to the About section, and we can go to our home page, and we can click on the video, and it'll pop up, and we've done the logo, and we've done everything. So it's looking really, really awesome. We can go to our About page, and it just looks really awesome and really perfect. The last thing that we need to do is just log out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hover over here and press log out. And now when we go to our website, we can see it just like our visitors will see it, and everything works great, and the mobile version works great. Even this scrolly uppy thingy works great. And we can go to her Facebook, we can go to her Instagram, we can do anything we want, and it looks really, really awesome. But now we have an issue where our website is set up, but no one's going to our website. So now we need to figure out how to get people to our website, get people to start a free training session, and get her clients. So that is what we're going to work on next. Next, we're going to advertise, and the first idea I have is to do flyers, and I've had success with flyers before, so why not try them again? Now, the first thing that you need to do to create flyers is to either hire a graphic designer to make your flyer, or you can download Photoshop yourself. I think there's a 30-day free trial. I do recommend the whole entire Adobe suite, but really you can just get started with Photoshop, and I believe it's about $20 a month. Still not super cheap, but definitely worth it in my opinion. So anyways, after you hire a graphic designer or get Photoshop for free with the free trial, we need to go to a printing place, because I'm not going to print these all out myself. I'm going to print like 2,000 of them, so I'm not going to have my printer print them. It's not going to be high quality and it's going to look really weird. So I like gotprint.com. There's a whole bunch of printing places. It doesn't really matter where you get it from. I think most of them are pretty good. gotprint.com. Of course, you could go to any printing place. This is just the one that I'm familiar with. And once we do that, we can click on templates, and we can scroll down and click EDDM postcards. And after we do that, we can check out the different sizes. So we have 4.5 by 11, or 6.5 by 9, or 6.5 by 12, vertical or horizontal. And once I figure out a couple of sizes that I like, I'm actually going to sit down with Ange and just cut out some paper that is that size to really get a feel for what it's like to hold it in your hand. What is 6.5 by 12 or 6.5 by 9? What does that actually look like? I can't really visualize it, so I'm just going to get some paper, measure it out, cut it out, and decide with Ange.
Yeah, so this is too big.
Okay.
Too big, too long.
Okay.
Between these two, that's cool, but this is too small, I think, too square. So I think this is a good size. 3 little testimonials. Look at the nice long image.
Flip it over on the back.
Flip it over, right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good too.
That is good. That is kind of cool.
It's kind of different.
Yeah. But I don't know if we have that long of a picture. I mean, we
No, the tree one is pretty long on the back.
That's true.
And then which we're using, the beach one. Probably all fits best on this.
So we decided on 6.5 by 12 horizontal. That feels really cool and really different to us. So we're going to just use that one. And we're going to go ahead and download the Photoshop template. All right, and once we download it, we can double click to unzip it, and we can open up the file right here. So now we have our 6.5 by 12 inch file open in Photoshop, and we can see where the stamp goes, and we can see where everything will go. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up a picture. So I'm just going to right click and open with Photoshop a picture that I like for the postcard. I'm going to select everything and paste it on this template. Now, I'm not the best at Photoshop, so I don't want you inheriting my bad habits. There's tons and tons of Photoshop tutorials online from Photoshop experts. I don't want to pretend to be a Photoshop expert because I'm not. And so it's way better to follow those tutorials than this one on Photoshop. I just want to be upfront about that because I'm really good at making websites and stuff, but I'm just okay at Photoshop. All right, but I'll show you a couple of cool things, but don't take this as gospel. This is just what I like to do sometimes. And what I want to do, because this picture isn't big enough, is I want to actually expand the water out to the right. And so what we can do is we can actually select the area that we want to protect and save selection. And we'll call this Protect Me. And then I'll select the whole image and I'll go to Edit Content Aware Scale. This is going to scale it smartly. Whoops, I forgot to protect it. So go to Protect, go to the Protect Me layer, and now we'll just expand it out and press Enter. So we're going to have words over there, so it's not going to be really noticeable that that is all stretched out and looks weird. And I can make another selection. I want to get rid of this because I want there to be text over this. So I'm just going to get rid of the shadow. Hopefully no one will notice. And I'll hold shift and press delete and do content aware delete. This is really cool. This will get rid of it. Photoshop is very smart, so it gets rid of it magically and it just looks like sand. Pretty amazing. This content aware stuff is definitely my favorite. And now what I'll do is I will open up her logo in Photoshop and just copy it and paste it over. To select everything, press Command A if you're on a Mac or Control A if you're on a PC, and then copy it by pressing Command C or Control C if you're on a PC, and pasting it by pressing Command V or Control V if you're on a PC. So we'll paste that in there, and let's add some text. We want some text here. And we'll put the testimonials over here, maybe. And we can actually make this transparent. And we can see all the lines where the safe zone is and the trim zone and the bleed zone. So we want to stay in the safe zone. All right, and we can see where the stamp will go and all of that. All right, so I'm not going to show you what I'm doing with all of this because it took a few hours and that would be a very boring tutorial, trust me. So after a few hours, I get this. And that is really cool. Now on the top right, you can see local postal customer and you can see the stamp. And we need this in order for the post office to know that we've already prepaid. I mean, we haven't prepaid yet, so I'm going to show you how to prepay, but we're just going to put that in there now. All right, now what we can do is we can do the front. So we can just duplicate this, right click and duplicate it. And we can rename it to front and we can open it up and get some more photos. We can check them out. That one looks pretty good. So I'll right click, open with Photoshop, copy that over. Let's go to the front and paste it. All right, make it a little bigger by pressing Command T or Control T if you're on a PC so that it fits perfectly. And we're gonna put in some text and some more text. And a few hours later, this is what we have. So that is very, very cool, I think. So we have the front and the back. So another thing that I didn't show you is how to get this local postal customer stamp up here and this other stamp up here. I think it's called an indicia. I'm not sure about that, so if I'm wrong, I'm sure people will comment below. But anyways, I'm just going to call them stamps because I don't know if I'm saying indicia correctly. Indicia. So to get those stamps, I actually had to go to gotprint.com and I went to EDDM at the top here. And I clicked on the EDDM downloadable templates and I clicked on instructions for EDDM, but where are the downloadable files? And I looked at Google for them, didn't see them. I looked at USPS.com, didn't see them. So I decided I needed the live chat from gotprint.com and I said, where do I find the downloadable stamps for EDDM? She said, hi Tyler, here's the link. I went to it, it wasn't the link. She said, just kidding. Here's the actual link. I went to it, downloaded the 6.5 by 12 horizontal one more time in Photoshop, open it up, and there it is. All right, once that is done, you can press select all, Control or Command A, and paste it right in there. All right, so that's how you get your stamps on there, but now we need to go ahead and order these flyers. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm gonna go back to gotprint.com and under products, click postcards. And let's double check that we have the right size, which we do, 6.5 by 12. All right, let's go back. Click on upload your design and let's search for 6.5 by 12 and find it. Make sure it's horizontal. There we are. And what paper do we want? I'm not a paper expert, so I'm actually gonna go to YouTube. YouTube's the best. And I'm gonna search for 14 point versus 16 point paper. Watch some videos on that. And the 16 point is thicker and better, I think. Watch a couple more videos just to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And we need to do a little more research between 16 point and 100 pound. And we see that 100 pound is actually 12 point, I believe. And we see that the 16 point doesn't actually come with any gloss, so it's dull. So I want the 14 point, which is gloss. That's the middle of the road one, but with the gloss. And we're gonna go with full color both sides because my flyer is colors on both sides. And how many do we want? We want 2,500, I think. That should be enough to get us some clients. And it's gonna ask you for some more options. And I'm actually going to rush it because I am impatient. Regular costs $327, but I'm going to rush it, so that's going to bring it up to $422.60. All right, now I'm going to upload both my files. First, I'm going to upload the front, and it's going to upload. That looks pretty cool. Then I'm going to continue and upload the back. And there we have it, the front and the back. All right, that looks pretty sweet. I'm going to click I agree to the terms of service. Check it one more time because I'm paranoid. Put in my initials and add to shopping cart. Check out, create my own user account, fill out all of the billing and shipping, press apply and confirm and continue. All right, for my shipping method, I'm also going to do next day, and that is going to increase the cost even more to $88 more because I am impatient. Patience can save you a lot of money, but I guess not today for me. All right, then I'm going to enter in my credit card information and place order. I'm of course going to check it one more time because I'm nuts. All right, then place order. It's going to thank you for my order, send myself a receipt, and it should be here very soon. They will email you a receipt, and it is on its way. All right, it looks like my package has, I think, arrived. I got a message on my Ring. Let's check this out. There it is. All right, so we're gonna go check this out to make sure that we got the right package and that the postcards look really good. Baby proofing. Whoa there. I guess this is what 2,500 postcards looks like. So I hope these look good. Let's see. Oh yeah, they did a good job. Very, very cool. Look how many there are. That is a lot. Really awesome. Very happy with the prints. Looking very good. Sometimes you just get lucky. Wow, wow, wow. Very impressed with this. Paper feels good too. I was worried about it being too thin and floppy. Feels very good though. This is 14-point UV coated, I believe. Yeah, look at that. Really awesome. The next thing that we need to do is go to USPS.com, and we're going to be paying for something called Every Door Direct Mail. And what that means is mailmans have different routes. So they walk and they deliver mail to 100, 200, 300 different people. And what Every Door Direct Mail is, you give them a stack of postcards and they will deliver it to every single house. So it really makes it easy for the mailman to deliver it because he doesn't have to think about where to put it. He just puts it in every single house. And it's a lot cheaper for us because it's not like mailing a traditional piece of mail. So the mailman's just going to do his regular route and he's going to drop a mail piece in every single mailbox. All right, so to purchase it, just go to Business and click Every Door Direct Mail. Once you do that, you can put in your zip code. I'm going to put in 90266 because that's for Manhattan Beach. And now what you can do is just hover over the map and click on each route that you want. And up on top right here, it has how many residences, what their ages are, what their income is. I think this income is a little bit low because these houses are $4 and $5 million. So they probably make a little bit more than $180,000 a year. But again, these are all just estimates just to give you a feel for what the demographic is. All right, so in total, I'm going to select 5 different routes and I'm going to have 1,720 different addresses it delivers to. So people it will deliver it to. So it's going to go to 1,720 different homes. So the cost is a little bit under 18 cents each. And that's a way better deal than traditional mail. All right, so I'm just going to press continue. And I don't have an account yet, so I'm going to sign up. And I'm going to fill in all of my information like my username and password. Then I'm going to create account. All right, once that's done, it's going to ask me when I want to drop off all of my flyers. And I think I definitely want to drop them off Monday so they have time to get there all week instead of like Saturday or Friday because I want it to be delivered at the beginning of the week. All right, then it tells you where I need to drop it off. It's in El Segundo, so just drive there and drop it off. And now I'm gonna check out and I'm going to pay for it. All right, so I'm gonna enter in my credit card number and press continue. Then I'm gonna press place order. And then I'm gonna press print all forms now because we have to fill out these forms in order to take to the post office so that they can mail it correctly. All right, so I'm gonna print all of these forms right now. And look at that. The printer is now printing. Once you print the forms, you have to make the postcards into stacks of 100 because if you don't, it'll be too heavy for the mailman to carry. So he needs only stacks of 100. If you have something like 345, you would do 3 stacks of 100 and 1 stack of 45 for that route. All right, so we have 5 different routes: CO19, CO32, CO44, CO51, and CO54. And we can see the number of mail pieces on each of the route. So all we have to do with the printed document is find CO19 or whatever it is, and then put the date, put how many are in that bunch, and then put if it's 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, or 4 of 4. So for this CO19, we have 342. I've already done 3 stacks of 100. Now I need to do the 4th stack of 42. So I'm gonna put that there's 42 in this bundle and that this is bundle 4 of 4. And for each stack, you fold it in half and you slip it right on top. I'm holding it all together with some big rubber bands, and I think that's what they recommend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all the mail pieces together for each route and just stack them up like this. All right, so these are all of our different routes. We have C54, C19, C32, C44, and C51, all organized. All right, once you do that, it's time to head over to the post office with your receipt and all of your bundles. You might want to put them in boxes and just go over there and drop them off.
You sweet? What are you doing, Mama?
We're loading up the car with all of the postcards.
Can you show me?
Yeah. Come on in.
Oh, there they are.
Here's 2 batches. And then the rest are in the trunk. And then I'm gonna put another one in the back seat.
Sweetness. Off to where?
We're off to the post office to send these babies out on their way.
All right, we're at the post office and now I'm gonna go get bins for these boxes. What do you have to say?
Let's do this.
All right, we just went to the post office and they were very friendly. It was non-eventful. What do you think?
Yeah, it was really good experience, and all the forms were filled out, and it was easy breezy, no biggie.
Easy breezy, no big deal. People around here are very nice, I guess.
Yeah, thank God.
All right, we waited about a week for the flyers to generate some calls, some sales, something. Then I've texted and called Ange multiple times. Did anyone call yet? Did anyone text yet? Did anyone do anything? And nope, no one did anything. So we sent it out to 1,720 people and no one responded. And that is just sometimes that's just business and it sucks. And there's no way of getting around it. It just is terrible, and I could, try to guess why it didn't work. I probably should have, instead of sending it to that many people, I probably should have sent it to, 300 people multiple times instead of just one time, 1,720 people. Instead of putting a complimentary consultation on the flyer, I probably should have just put free training session. That would have been much better language instead of complimentary consultation. Like, what does that even mean? Yeah, it just sucks. I mean, there's no way of getting around it. It sucks, and it really sucks that Ange quit her job in order to do all of this, and I haven't produced results. It's only the first try. I'm willing to try a lot more times, and I'm going to try a lot more times, and I'm definitely confident that I'm going to succeed in the long run. But it always sucks not to get the results you want and for it to just be, you know, unknown if it's going to work, you know. So it's it sucks. There's there's nothing else to say really. It just sucks. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna try something else. So let's move on to Facebook ads. Maybe flyers is so, you know, 20th century, and Facebook ads, that's the future. So we're gonna try that, and we're gonna keep on trying, and because it's very important that we get clients. It's the most important thing. All right, let's keep on doing it. The next thing that we're going to do is Facebook advertising. So we need to sign up for Facebook. And signing up for Facebook is really easy. All you have to do is go to facebook.com and you can sign into your account. Right now I'm signed into my account, so I'm going to log out and we're going to sign into Angelica's account. All right, once we're signed into our account, all we have to do is go to the top right and press Create Page. Then we're going to select that it is a local business or place, and we're going to fill out her information. Right here, they don't have her exact occupation, so we're just going to put local business, and we're going to fill out the rest of her information and press Get Started. All right, once we do that, we're going to add a picture of her. So just click Add a Picture, and we're going to find our photo, select our photo, and upload it. And we're going to crop it so it has her face in there perfectly. And next I'm going to add a cover. So I'm going to click Add a Cover and Upload Photo. All right, then I'm going to choose the photo and I'm going to upload it. And I'm just going to drag and position it a little bit better. And we're all done with that. All right, now I'm going to scroll down and click Add Website. All right, and I'm going to copy it and paste it into the URL field right here just to make sure that I have the right website. Then I'm going to press Save. And it wants to ask me if I want to promote it. I don't want to do that yet until I add all of her friends. So I'm going to press Not Now. And now I'm going to open up a new tab and search for Google how to share my Facebook page with all my friends. And I find the information. So I'm just going to click on the dots and click Invite Friends. Now Angelica has over 600 friends, so it's going to take a while to press it all manually. So I want to see if I can figure out a way to invite all my friends just in one click. So I keep on Googling it and I can't find it, and I just do the math, and I think it would be much quicker just to click Invite Friends over and over and over again. So that's what I do. It's not glamorous, it's not that much fun, but hey, it's not too bad. All I have to do is click invite about 600 times and I'm done. So I'm just gonna do it. All right, that wasn't too bad. Like most things, I try to get out of it, but when I actually do it, it's not that bad. And we already have 10 likes, so that's amazing. If you don't have as many friends as Angelica, like I don't, then don't worry about it. There's other ways to get likes. I don't even think any of her friends are going to use her services because they would already be using her services if they were interested. Getting a whole bunch of people to like it is more social proof that Angelica isn't some sort of stalker or weirdo, that she has friends and that people like her and like her page. It really just gets people to trust her more, but I don't think it's going to give us any business, at least not directly. All right, so the invites are still rolling in, which is pretty awesome. And now I'm going to invite myself. So I'm going to search for myself, add as a friend. And now we can go over here on the left and click likes. And we can see that we have 23 total page likes and 14 new page likes. So this is where you can get all of the stats for your likes. And our likes just keep on rolling in. I'm going to take a little break right now just to let them all roll in. And I'll come back to you in a blink of an eye. All right, so I'm back and we can check our likes again by clicking on likes. And we can see we now have 120 total page likes. That means her friends mostly like her. It doesn't really do anything else. It's not going to get us business, but it's going to be some social proof that she's a normal, decent, cool person and that you can feel safe trusting her. All right, now that we got her a bunch of likes, the next thing that we're going to do is create her an ad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through this because once again, we have failed. I actually created this ad, we ran the ad, and no one responded to it once again. So now I'm feeling kind of super bad about myself. You know, I failed with the flyers. I failed with this ad. I need to realize that I need some help. And it's okay to realize that you need help as long as you know that you need help. It's a disaster when you need help and you don't know that you need help. I know that I need help. I need some different, new, fresh perspective on this. I need to step back from the situation for a second. I need to get someone else's opinion, and I just need to really be humble about the whole process, because ego, I feel like, can make it so that you're not successful. You need to realize your faults and what you're not doing right, and I'm obviously not doing something right here. So I need to step back and I need to reassess the situation, maybe get a consultation. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to think about this for a little while, because obviously I'm not doing something right. And Angelica has to succeed at this. We can't have her quitting her job and not getting any customers. That would be a disaster. She needs to eat, she needs to pay for rent, she needs to do a whole bunch of things. And Los Angeles is not a cheap place to live, so it is very expensive, especially in Manhattan Beach. So we really need to make this happen, and we need to make it happen for her. Angelica trusted in me that I could do this, and I just need to do it. But first, I know that I need to step away from it, take a break, give it a couple of days, try to rest and relax and brainstorm, get some new perspective, and then we'll come back at the situation. But it's super disheartening not to have it work. So to try twice and not have it work, and you know, I'm willing to try 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. It will get resolved eventually. I am positive of it, but it just sucks, and it always sucks when you expect something to work out and it doesn't. All right, so I'm going to take a break for a couple of days, and that is actually the most productive thing I could do, because I keep on doing things and it's not working. So I'm going to take a break for a couple of days, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back with a solution. And if I don't do it the next time, then I will do it the next time. And if I don't do it that time, then I'll do it the next time after that. Business is really interesting like that. All you have to do is succeed one time. You can keep on failing over and over and over again, and then have one success, and people will say you're an overnight success. It's really strange. It's like playing a video game. You can play the level over and over and over, beat it one time, and you go on to the next level. Anyways, that's how I view business, but right now, of course it sucks. I mean, there's no way of getting around it. It's terrible, really. So I'm gonna go lick my wounds, feel sorry for myself for a couple of days, and I will be back. Alright, so I have sufficiently felt sorry for myself, and now it's time to get back to work, and I think I am now more clear-headed on what to do. There's a website called Clarity.fm. They're not paying me or anything to do this. I wish they would pay me. So Clarity, hey. But there's a website called Clarity.fm. Clarity.fm, where you get consultation. So we can just go to Clarity.fm, and I need to search for Facebook ads, because I haven't given up on Facebook yet. And what we can do is we can search for different people. So here we have all of the different people, and it costs per minute to talk to them. So you just talk to them and you tell them their problem, and they are Facebook ads expert, or whatever problem you're having, they're experts in that, or they're supposed to be. And so you request a call. And I have requested a call. I talked to 2 different people. The first person was very good. They gave more general advice. Their advice was for Angelica to be more personable, for her on Facebook to just offer more like training and to be more real, just to have the camera like right in front of her, for it not to be as polished. And I really liked that advice, and it was really good and everything, but it's just something wasn't right with it. It wasn't the perfect advice. But then we found the person. We found the man. We found the guy that really had the answer to our problem. This guy specializes in getting clients for gyms, so it was just like, it was perfect. We got so lucky, and the answer was really obvious. I mean, it's really obvious once you know it. The answer was to create something on our website that said free training session, to offer a free training session. That right there is just mind-blowingly simple and obvious, but it's maybe not obvious if you don't know it. So he suggested to offer a free training session, and then on the website have a form. And it doesn't really matter what you ask in the form, just have some questions so it feels like they're getting a detailed assessment of who they are. So for us, the questions was your name, do you have any medical conditions or injuries, do you have any short or long-term goals, how many hours of sleep do you get each night, do you smoke, your email and phone number. Now, this is all to get more information for them, but it also is, he told me, a way to convert people more. So I think what he was saying was the questions don't really matter as long as you get their phone number and the email. And that is what's most important, so that when people fill out the form, you can actually contact them instead of them contacting you. And now, so instead of our advertising be random and for us not to be proactive, for us just to have something there and for us to just expect people to call her and get the sale, now she's offering a free training session, which makes so much sense. Why wouldn't people want to try it before they bought it? It just is so obvious, but it's not obvious if you don't know it. It's really obvious when you do know it, but it's not obvious when you don't know it. So it was just really amazing. It was so enlightening. I knew and I know that as soon as I heard that advice, that's it. That, of course, is it. Offer a free training session and have it on your website where they can fill out a form to get the free training session. It is so simple, so beautiful, so easy. That is the correct thing. I am sure. I'm positive. I just know it inside of my heart that that is the real deal. And whatever it was for clarity, it was worth it. Was it, $50, $75, $100, whatever it was worth it. It was worth to get that advice. That one small piece of advice can really just change the outlook of your entire business. And that's amazing. I don't know. It's just incredible. All right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try this out again. We're going to try Facebook again. I feel like it's going to work. We are going to see. I am very hopeful. So let's see if it works. All right, so let's go to facebook.com and let's manage our page. Click on the 3 dots and press create ad. All right, now it asks what we want, and we want traffic to our website. So I'm going to click on traffic and we can name our campaign. Okay, then press continue. And now it asks where our location is. So who do we want to target and what location? And I'm going to exit out of United States, and I'm going to type in Manhattan Beach, California. And I don't want the surrounding areas because that has a potential reach of 7.6 million people. I want it to be a little more narrowed down, so just the current city. All right, and for our age, this is where, we talk to Ange and we ask who is attracted to her training, and it's women who are 25 to 65 and older. And just woman. And you can see in the top right, it has a potential reach of 28,000 people, which is pretty good. But if we want more detailed targeting, we can enter in here. I'm going to say physical fitness, and maybe motherhood, because Ange works with a lot of mothers who are pregnant or have just had a baby. And we can also put in healthy life. So if you're interested in these things, then you're probably more interested in getting a personal trainer. So that brings the potential reach down to 21,000 people, which I think is pretty good. And I'm just going to click expand interest when it can increase link clicks. All right, so maybe Facebook will figure out how to target even better. I don't know. All right, for my daily budget, I'm just going to keep it at $150. If we didn't need results so quickly, maybe I'd put this at $5 or $10. But since I want to get Angelica a lot of business quickly, I'm going to put it at $150. So hopefully the people will pour in. All right, then I'm going to schedule the ads. I'm going to say this will be good for 1 week and press continue. All right, for format, I'm just going to do single image. And of course, you can mess around with all these options to get a better conversion rate, to get more clicks, to get more calls. So it really takes a lot of testing, just playing around with it to see what really works. But I'm just going to keep it simple. And I'm going to go to her website so that the landing page is free training session. All right, so when someone clicks on the ad, it's going to go to that free training session. The person's going to fill it out, and then Angelica is going to contact them, set up a free session, and hopefully they will continue being a client. All right, I'm just going to paste some text in here. I'm going to say, hey, I'm Angelica, a personal trainer in Manhattan Beach. I would love to help you hit your goals or just get fit. Fill out the form for a free training session to see how much you can love your workouts. I think that's pretty good. And maybe I'll put free training session down here and free training session up here, just so people can see it. People like free. All right, now I'm going to upload an image. And I'm going to crop it. That looks pretty good. All right, then I'm going to press confirm. And now our ads are in review. So it could take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all the way up to 24 hours. It usually doesn't take that long for your ad to be reviewed by Facebook. All right, if we click Ads Manager and click Ads Manager again, then we can see that our ad is in review. So we just have to wait a little while for it to get approved. All right, so it's been a little over a week now and our ad was approved. It is active and it works. Ange has been getting people from Facebook to her website, filling out the forms, and she's been going on free training sessions. And a couple of people have already signed up in order to become clients. So we can see right here from the results, we got 342 clicks to our website, and we've reached 22,807 people. And our cost per click is $2.77. And so we've spent $954.16. And about 15 people filled out the form and contacted her. So out of the 342 people, 15 people filled out the form and said, I want training. Now, a few of those people didn't respond back, but the majority of them did, and she is setting up free training sessions, and she's already got clients that have signed up. So that is awesome. It is all working as planned, and it's really cool. All right, so now the really fun part, we're gonna go over how much everything cost and how much everything could have cost, because I spent a lot of money that I really didn't need to. So the first thing that I bought was that book. It was $20.69. It could have cost $0 if you don't need a book or if there isn't a book on your business. If there is a book on your business, then I recommend getting it. The next cost was your domain name or website name, and that cost me $21 because I spent money not only buying the domain name or website name, but also giving her privacy protection because I didn't want to share all of her information with the entire internet. But it could have cost you $11.99. Sometimes it's $15, sometimes it's $10. It really depends on the promotion that they're doing that day, but it should be under $15. Next, we got hosting. Again, that's the thing that holds all of your information, that holds all of your content and images. Very important. That cost us $245 because I got an entire year for Angelica. But if you just went month to month, it would only cost $24.50. The next thing that we got was a logo, and I had my friend do it, and he did it for $300. That could have cost you $0 because you can really just type out your name in some cool font, and that could be your logo if you're just starting out. Next, we did a video, and that cost $1,100. It was $1,000 for the video and $100 for the actress. And I'm not sure that we really needed a video, but I'm glad that we did it because it made me feel better about the entire project. I think it was a really cool video. So that could have cost $0. And we got some pictures, and we could have taken the pictures on a phone, but I decided to have it professionally done. So that was $200. We could have done it ourselves and gotten 80 or 90% there, and it probably would have been fine. Next, we printed the flyers, and that was $555.59. And it cost more because I did the rush printing and the rush shipping, so that could have cost less. The idea didn't work, so definitely don't spend money on that. But who knows, it may work for your business. I'm not sure. It just didn't work out for this one. So next we had the post office send them. That was $304.44. Again, that wouldn't cost you anything if you didn't do it. So next we did a clarity call, and we did 2 calls, and they were about $75 each. So that cost $150. If you ever get stuck in your business, then this is recommended, but hopefully you won't get stuck like I did. So hopefully this can cost you $0. And we'll talk about the Facebook ads in just a second because I look at that cost a little bit different. And so in total, I spent $2,896.72. But really, to start this business, you only needed to spend $36.49. So that's a huge difference, especially if you're just starting out. You can pay $36 instead of almost $3,000 if you're just a little bit more patient and willing to do things yourself. And for the Facebook ads, we spent about $1,000. And with that $1,000, we got 15 people that were interested. Most of the people filled out the form, but some people called. And also out of those 15 people, a couple of people didn't respond back. So they said that they're interested, but then they just never responded back. And she went on a free training session with 10 of them, and she turned 8 of them into long-term clients. So that is really, really awesome. So let's say it cost about $100 for every new client. And right now it costs us a little bit more, but of course we can do things in Facebook. We could change up the ad. We can split test things. We can try new pictures, and that price will drop eventually. Especially when people see the ad over and over and over again, they'll finally say, yes, I do need training. Now here is a spreadsheet of all of the people who have signed up. And I'm going to follow up in a couple of weeks and really give you an overview of how everything is working, but I feel like this is really working and I'm very excited about this. She already has people signed up, which is really cool. And at this rate, she's going to be booked very, very soon. She's not going to have any more time. And I'm going to consider this a successful project. All right, talk to you soon. I mean, we did it. The Facebook ads keep on rolling in. We're getting about 1 to 2 contacts per day. You know, we're getting their email address, their phone number. Angelica goes on these free training sessions and she converts 80% of them about to become a long-term client. And that is a huge, you know, testament to Angelica herself. That is a huge conversion rate of free trainers into long-term clients. I mean, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. It is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing that when you have a vision in your mind and you make it into a reality, there is nothing more gratifying than that. There's nothing more gratifying than that. I mean, okay, there's some things like babies and puppies and stuff, but there's nothing, I don't know. There's something so satisfying about seeing your vision become a reality and it actually work out. It's actually working so much that we had to stop the ads. So Angelica was like, Tyler, we need to stop these ads because they're coming in too quick. I don't have any more time. All of her time slots are getting booked and we needed to stop the ads. So we have paused the ads, which is just a crazy thing to do, but she has no more time. So yeah, I think that's it. That's the end of this video. I mean, we have been successful. She's booking clients. The Facebook ads worked. You only need one thing to work. You can fail like a trillion times and you only just need one thing to work and then you're booked. I think we have definitely changed someone's life, and I hope this video has changed your life, and I hope you got a lot of value out of it. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm Tyler Moore. Thank you so much.